All right, guys, I'm going to go over your homework from last night. So we had 27 through 45, the odds. We're going to start out with 27 here, using the power to a power rule. 4 times 3 is 12, and then 2 times 3 is 6. And not a whole lot more to do there, just the power to a power rule with the numerator and the denominator. And that one's taken care of. This one's a little more involved. We can do this 2 different ways. You can use your power to a power rule first, and then you would get x to the 6th x to the 3rd y to the 6th over x to the 9th y cubed, and then simplify. Or what I'm going to do is simplify that fraction inside first. So we have 1x on top and 3 on bottom, so that would leave us with 2 on bottom. And then 2 y's on top, 1 y on bottom, that'll leave us with 1 on top. And now I'm going to use the power to a power rule. We got our Ninja 1 there, so 1 times 3 is 3, and then 2 times 3 is 6. So we get y cubed over x to the 6th. On 29, I'm sorry, that was 29. On 31, we'll go ahead and use our power to a power rule. 2 times negative 2 gives us negative 4. 5 times negative 2 gives us negative 10. And then we'll use what we learned in 7-1. If it's negative upstairs, send it downstairs, it'll become positive. And if it's negative downstairs, send it upstairs, and it'll become positive. So we end up with y to the 10th over x to the 4th. 33, this one's a little more involved. So we'll start out by using our power to a power rule on each fraction factor, or whatever you want to call it here. So that'll give us 1 to the negative 2nd over 4 to the negative 2nd times 6 to the negative 2nd, x to the negative 2nd over 7 to the negative 2nd. Now, all of these have negative exponents, so basically we're going to flip it, take the reciprocal. So we get 4 squared over 1 squared. Of course, my marker has to die because I'm doing a video. Times 7 squared over 6 squared x squared. So now that, sorry, I feel like I'm dying there. So that will be 16 over 1 times 49 over 36x squared. Anytime you're multiplying fractions, you can reduce any numerator with any denominator. So 16 and 36 have common factors of 4. So 4 goes into 16 4 times, and it goes into 36 9 times. And now I can't reduce anymore, so I'm going to multiply. 4 times 49 is 196 over 1 times 9x squared would just be 9x squared. So a whole lot going on in that one, especially compared to the first 3. All right, let me clear some real estate and move on to the next 4. All right, so we left off at 33, so 35, come on, marker. 35, we have 8d to the 5th over 4d cubed. 37, we have 3x cubed, and then all that's cubed, over 6x squared, and then all that's squared. 39, oh, that's not right at all. I don't think I have a marker anywhere either. Oh. This is my life. just going to have to make it work. Try this again. 39. We have c squared a cubed over a to the 5th. And then all of that is squared. And then on 41, we have negative p to the 4th over negative 5p cubed, all that to the negative 2nd. So that one's going to be interesting when we get to that one, but let's take care of these easy ones first. 4 goes into this twice, goes into that once. So we're just left with 2 on top. And then 5 factors of d up here, 3 factors here, so that leaves us with 2 up there over 1. So we just get 2d squared. Use our power to a power rule. Rage. We get 3 cubed x to the 9th, and then 6 squared x to the 4th. I'm going to go ahead and multiply those out. So that would be 27 over 36. You got more x on top than on bottom. You got 5 more on top, so that'll leave us with x to the 5th. And then 9 goes into here 3 times, goes into here 4 times. So we get 3x to the 5th over 4. All right. I'm going to simplify first, then use the power to a power rule. So c squared doesn't have anything to eliminate it, or reduce it, I should say. 3 a's on top, 5 on bottom. That'll leave us with 2 on bottom, but we still have to square that. So we get c to the 4th, a to the 4th, over a to the 4th. Okay. Let's simplify inside before we start using our power to a power rule. First things first, negative on top, negative on bottom, that's 2 negatives. 2 negatives make a positive, so we don't have to worry about those anymore. 4 factors of p upstairs, 3 downstairs, that leaves 1 upstairs, but we have that over 5 still, and this is to the negative 2, so that's going to be p to the negative 2 over 5 to the negative 2, which is going to be 5 squared over p squared, which is 25 over p squared. So not as complicated as it looked in the beginning, but kind of weird at the same time. All right, we got 2 of them left. We got 43 and 45. Sure wish I had a marker that wasn't jumping. 43. Oh my God, come on, make it. 43, we have 10 squared over 10 to the negative 5th times 10 to the 5th, and then all of that to the negative 1st. So let me go ahead and do that one, then I'll do 45 separate here in a second. Let's take care of the bottom first. Negative 5 plus 5 is 0. And then 10 squared over 10 to the 0, all that to the negative 1st. Well, 10 to the 0 is just 1, so that leaves us with, divide by 1, you're just left with 10 squared. All that to the negative 1st. Use your power to a power rule. That's going to be 10 to the negative 2nd which is 1 over 10 to the second, which is 1 over 100. I sure hope that's showing up. It's super faint. Not bad. All right, 45. Last one. And then we're going to give this marker a toss. All right, 45. Okay, we got all sorts of stuff going on here. We have negative x squared, and then that's raised to the 4th power over the negative of x squared to the 4th power. All right, I like this one. It kind of teaches us or reinforces the difference between the negative being on the inside and on the outside. So here we have the 4 is touching the parentheses, and inside the parentheses is the negative, so the negative is part of the base. So we have 4 factors of a negative base: negative, positive, that's going to end up being positive. And then 2 times 4, we get 8, so that would be x to the 8th. Here, this negative is not inside the parentheses, so it is not part of the base. So this is going to carry over, and then 2 times 4 is 8. Well, oh, come on, you piece of junk. X to the 8th over x to the 8th is 1, or you can think of it as x to the 8 minus 8, which is x to the 0, which is 1. However you want to look at it, I'm just going to cross them out and say 1 and 1. So now I have 1 over negative 1, which is equal to negative 1. Of course it writes dark the last time. I'm still going to give it a toss. You guys might get to see a dent in the wall. We'll have to look. I missed. All right, your homework. I need that marker for your homework. Never mind, I'll just say it out loud. We got 26 through 44, the evens. So basically, it's the sister problems. You did the odds last night. You're going to do the evens for tomorrow. You have the rest of the period to work on it. If you get done with that assignment, then I would like you to focus on any e-learning work you owe me. If you're done with all of that, feel free to work on other homework or read. Notice I left out talking and playing games and all that other kind of stuff. So be productive. This assignment first, my e-learning stuff / anything you owe me second, other teacher stuff third, and then read fourth. All right, see you guys on Friday. Have a good one.